Welcome back to the Midlife Ride, and welcome to a very early morning here on the Las Vegas Strip. We just thought, since we were up and at it already this morning, that we would bring you a Vegas sunrise. Now, what that's going to look like, we don't know, because according to the weather report, it looks like it's going to be a bit cloudy today and definitely chances of rain pretty much all morning long. So we'll see what it looks like. We can kind of see some light coming through the clouds back there, but it looks to be very cloudy. Good morning, Ryan S. Thanks for jumping on.
Also, we are only on the 38th floor, so I think that building, even if it was a clear day, would probably obscure our view a little bit.
And there goes someone on a very early morning flight out of Vegas. I wonder what time they had to get up to catch their plane this morning. Good morning, Clint Holder.
Hey, Clint.
Good to see you.
Where are you guys, Ryan and Clint? Where are you located right now? Get up early, or is it actually like afternoon?
Well, I don't think it'd be afternoon yet unless they're overseas.
Yeah.
Ryan is in Chicago.
Okay.
Fun fact, Ryan, I will be in Chicago next week.
I don't know that that's a fun fact, honey.
Yes, it will be for work, but I will be in Chicago next week.
Clint, remind us where you are. If you have told us already, I apologize, but my memory is terrible.
Mary Ann Manning.
Oh my God, Mary Ann!
It feels like forever since we talked to you, and I suppose it has been a few months. So good to see you as always.
It is, and happy belated anniversary. It was on Sunday, and I was thinking about you all day, Mary Ann. I wanted to do a live on that day just to see if we could catch you and I could wish you a happy anniversary, but it just didn't happen. But just know that you were in my thoughts all day long.
Clint's in southern Indiana, so really close to us.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's good to know that the weather in Chicago has been really great, because we will be, or I will be downtown and out and about. Hey there, JC Russell. Good morning and welcome to the live stream.
Las Vegas is amazing. This is really, just like Ryan said, the weather is perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's not hot, it's not cold, it is just right.
Yeah, the weather in Vegas has been, lows have been in the 60s, highs in the 80s. It is pretty much perfect Vegas weather. Yeah, it would be great to meet up with you in person, Mary Ann, for sure.
I would love to meet you, Mary Ann, for sure. I'm getting choked up just thinking about it.
But we have been in Vegas since Saturday. We spent Saturday and Sunday at Green Valley Ranch, which was awesome. And we just made it over to the Strip yesterday to check in here at the Cosmo. The crowds, of course, yesterday was our first experience with the crowds on the Strip. There were lots of people here. And I think a really noticeable thing for us was that you're starting to see the convention crowds come back. So there were lots of solo travelers, but it wasn't so busy like out on the sidewalks and stuff, but in the casinos, they were packed. JC Russell, you should absolutely plan a trip to Las Vegas sometime. If you've never been here, I wish we could go back and do our first trip all over again. Um, but yeah, if you've never been here, absolutely, absolutely put that on your list. Oh, hey,
Hey, Syracuse. Nice.
welcome from the Northeast, Glenn. Yeah, I suppose the sun has been up for a while over there.
We haven't been to New York in how long, honey?
Probably the last time we flew into Newark.
Well, no, I mean, didn't we go to New York
No, we've never been to New York.
together?
Nope.
Oh my goodness. I'm from New Jersey, if you don't know that. You said you love our channel, so you probably do know that. Thanks for being here anyway. Marianne, I had such a hard time packing. I have so many clothes in my suitcase that I'm never going to wear.
JC, um,
Cosmo.
eh, if you were going to do just one trip to Vegas, our recommendation would be a room here like we have at the Cosmopolitan because you see what the view is. We are out here. We are out here on our own balcony. This is one of the very few hotel rooms in Las Vegas, especially on the Strip. Well, the only one on the Strip that has a balcony. Um, so if you're looking for that once in a lifetime experience coming for the first time, this would be our recommendation. However, there are lots of great properties here.
We haven't stayed at a whole lot of them, but I mean, some of them have been phenomenal. Like the first place we ever stayed at here was the Palazzo, and their rooms are super nice. No balconies, but really nice view. And especially if you want to be able to catch the fountain show, like this is a great location. You can also see the fountain show from the Bellagio and from Paris. We just really like this area, this location on the Strip in particular. Hey, Mark and Joe from Chicago.
Was it Glenn that asked about the masks?
Did Glenn ask about masks?
Yeah.
Oh, do you get a sense on this trip when the mask mandate might end? No.
No.
Most people are wearing masks here. It is still required in all indoor spaces.
And they're really, to kind of answer your question, I don't see an end in sight. We've seen no indication that's going to end anytime soon.
What's going on with the fountains?
Oh, they just test them sometimes.
Oh. Maybe we should let them watch the test before the sun rises. Marianne always overpacks, just like me.
I bring way too many t-shirts. I'm like, oh, I'll change t-shirts twice a day. No, doesn't happen.
Mirage is still Marianne's favorite.
Somebody let Paul Cupo onto the chat.
Oh my God, who let you in here? Paul Cupo, my dad, in New Jersey. How are you, Dad? It's 9? Is it 9 there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Marianne brings too many shoes. That's what I do not bring. I'm not a shoe person. I have one pair of sneakers and I brought flip-flops in case we went to the pool, which we did not. But that's pretty much it for me. What's going on in New Jersey, Dad? Anything fun? Glenn Santa says, my wife and I went for our first trip since the pandemic in August. Were we here in August?
Well, he was talking about this August. Glenn, our first trip here after COVID was August of last year. And we've been here That very first trip was very strange. Um, but we've been here, let's see, we came in August, September, October, December, and then starting in this year, we were here in March, May, July, and now October. And the only trip that we were here where they lifted the mandate was,
Our last one.
that was in May.
I thought it was July.
It was either in May or July when they lifted the mandate.
It was like halfway through our stay, right? Because we wore masks for the first half, and then right in the middle, it was like, no more masks for anyone unless you're vaccinated, or unless you're not vaccinated. But of course, there's no way to tell. It was super weird.
But I think what we would say the biggest difference between then and now is that the enforcement of it isn't as in your face as it was in the beginning. A lot of people, it's just become habit now, like you just wear a mask and that's it. And the casinos aren't as focused on making you wear it as they used to be, which I think maybe kind of detracted from things in the beginning because you always felt like you were being policed.
Yeah, like if you lowered your mask to take a drink, they would come and tell you you're not lowering it right. They want you to do it this way.
Yeah.
I mean, they were like on you in 5 seconds. You were always paranoid that someone was going to catch you doing something you weren't supposed to do and you were going to get in trouble. But that's not the case now.
And I mean, we really don't even think about it anymore. Of course, you don't have to wear one outside. It's only inside. But we definitely noticed yesterday the Cosmo has put up put back up some of their plexiglass on some of the table games. Not all of them, but some of them had some plexi up there.
They weren't giving you free masks anymore, so none of the rooms that we've stayed at, Green Valley or here, had those little packets that you were getting during, the height of the pandemic.
Which could also be just a supply issue.
It could, yeah.
Because even the Cosmo we noticed this trip, the Cosmo, for those of you who have stayed here before, who are regular visitors or guests of the Cosmo, we've noticed they have changed their slippers. So if you are a fan of their slippers, they have changed.
Yes, if you have really big feet, they might be a little snug, but if you have small feet, then you're probably going to like them better.
So yeah, my feet don't fit as well into the slippers as they used to. They also changed their toiletries, which was kind of a signature here at the Cosmo. Not that these are bad, but they're just different than what they used to be.
Yeah, the 5 wits is what they were, and Chris loved the scent of the lotion, but now I think they are Bigelow. Oh, that reminded me of you, Dad, by the way, when I saw the logo on on the toiletries at the Cosmo, Bigelow. I don't know why that reminds me of you, but it does.
I just saw Blake in the chat. Good to see you again, Blake.
Yes, good morning, Blake.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us.
Did you see Mark is going to come on the first week of November? Mark and his wife in Chicago.
Oh, really?
Yep.
No, I have missed some chats.
Yes.
And
sorry, guys.
As always, everyone, if we try not to ignore anyone's question or comment. But it's so hard to keep up with sometimes. So if we didn't answer a question you had, just repost it, and we'd be happy to answer it.
I think we didn't get all the way through Glenn Santa's. We were addressing the masks. Do we find it makes our trip not as fun? I don't think so. We're so used to it now. It's been so long that it just doesn't really bother us. I think in the beginning, like when they were policing us, it was a little bit of a hassle, but at this point, it's really not. And you go to a restaurant, you can take it down pretty much the entire time you're at your table, so that's not really an issue.
Well, good morning, Matthew G. Thanks for joining us from New Hampshire.
Th-
There's a helicopter over here just hovering over the Bellagio. It's starting to move along now. I don't know what that thing's doing. There it goes. But the sky is starting to lighten up. You all can see how there's a very nice blanket of clouds over Las Vegas today. Be interesting to see if we get rained on.
Shelly's Yorkies and Slots is here. Did you say hello?
Mm-mm.
Welcome, good morning, or good something wherever you are. Marianne, thank you for reminding everybody to hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate that. That certainly helps our channel. She says, Chris, I hope you're not working this week. We
I am
are
not.
not working. We are definitely not, for sure.
Well, Matthew G, thanks for stopping by. Have a good day at work, and we hope to see you again sometime. And just out of curiosity, because we can never tell on our end, how is the picture for everyone? Are we looking good? Is it kind of blurry?
Blake says, I would say the biggest thing I noticed when I was there was the lines to get into restaurants. Not so much midweek, but starting on Thursday nightish, they were really bad. Yeah, we made a bunch of reservations before we got here. We've actually canceled several, but it's definitely a good idea to go ahead and make reservations for any place that you know you want to go to, if they do take reservations, for sure. We're going to Hell's Kitchen tonight. And where else are we going?
We're going to Dente Fung.
Oh, right, on Thursday.
Mhm.
We were going to go to Super Frico. What's today? Tuesday?
Today is Tuesday.
Okay, so we were going to go to, we had reservations for Re-Raw and Super Frico tomorrow, but we have canceled those because we'll be hanging out with Alan from Las Vegas and beyond, and that's way more important than eating. So
I did see a question pop up, but I can't remember what it was.
let's see. Marianne says the shot you have is beautiful. Matthew went to work. Marianne's happy we're not working. Roger, life out there. What do you think about the Cosmopolitan being sold to MGM?
We don't know yet. We're right there with everyone else, waiting to see what that means for the rewards. You know, they're really only taking over hotel operations, but they'll also mean gaming. So at this point, we think our M-Life status is going to transfer over. If I think I would be most concerned if I was a Marriott Bonvoy member, because that is such a big thing here at the Cosmo right now. Whether that's still going to be honored or not, once MGM actually does take over, that's going to be very interesting to see.
I actually, Roger, life out there, it's funny because right before this trip, I was researching all of our gameplay over the past 5 or 6 years, all of the win-loss statements that the various casinos would let me see, and their point systems. And we had decided we were kind of gonna lean more toward M-Life and Cosmo. Of course, if this really works out well for us, if Cosmo becomes part of M-Life, because that's where we do most of our gambling these days. So I think it's going to work out well for us. I am really concerned about the point system with M-Life because they're changing it. And on their website, I couldn't even find what their current system is for awarding tier credits and reward credits. I think yesterday, October 4th, 2 of their properties that aren't right here started the new reward system, and then everybody else is going to start in November. So I am going to try and get some information from MLife about that. I may even call those off-site casinos to see if they can give me any information, but I am very interested in that, as I'm sure a lot of people are. Marianne says the picture's gorgeous. Glenn Santa says kind of blurry but still good. Can you tell Glenn, because I can't remember? Like, I have watched other people's live streams and it's blurry for me but not for other people, and someone told me once to go to the 3 dots and change your resolution to something, but I can't remember what it is. Is it 720 or?
I would go with 720.
Yeah, if
But
you
for some reason, YouTube occasionally likes to change your personal resolution on occasion to like really low quality. So especially if you're ever on somebody else's live stream, some people are saying it looks great and you're not seeing a good shot, I would check those 3 dots first just to make sure YouTube didn't mess with your settings.
Yeah, it worked for me instantly when I changed it to 720 after someone told me to. It was like perfect. So I'm not a technology person, so I don't know those kinds of things. Good morning, Wise Malik. How are you?
Ooh, welcome back. Good to see you again.
Glenn Santa says Dinte Fung was one of our highlights on our last trip. So good. Oh my gosh, we are so excited to go back there and not vlog because we enjoyed it so much when we did the video. But the food, when you're vlogging, the food is going to be cold by the time you actually get to eat it. So we are really looking forward to our time with Alan from Las Vegas and beyond, and the lovely Teresa. We will be enjoying that meal with them.
I think Mark asked about shows.
That might be after, so I'm getting to it. Do you
Okay.
see? Oh yes, Mark and Joe from Chicago. Do you see any shows while in Vegas? We have tickets to see the Beatles. Oh,
You'll love that one.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Beatles Love it's been a few years since we actually went to a show, obviously, but Beatles Love has been one of our favorites for sure. And we've seen, as far as Cirque shows go, we've seen Beatles Love, we've seen Zoomanity, which does not exist anymore. Are those the only 3 Cirque shows we've seen?
I wasn't listening to you. I'm sorry.
That's my wife, ladies and gentlemen. Just tuning me out.
I don't know what I was doing or thinking. I was just, I don't know. I zoned out.
Anyway, you will love Beatles Love. It is
I'm not even a Beatles fan, and I liked it.
yeah, Beatles Love was great. And especially if you are a fan of the Beatles, if you know a little bit of their history, it's going to add a little bit to your experience of the show. But you also don't have to be a Beatles fan to enjoy the show.
Exactly. Well said. Marianne said, most assuredly, it will change to MLife here at the Cosmo. That's fine. The worst thing, I really wish that all of the casinos here on the Strip would be associated with others in a group, because it just makes your playing power, gives you more playing power. Oh, it is starting to light up out there.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you just joining us, RJL, welcome. He's everything in Vegas is kind of blurry. Yep, especially when you've been up since 3 a.m. drinking, like we have. so that's for sure. Welcome. We are on the 38th floor of the Cosmo, and we, like I said, if you're just joining us, we're trying to catch the sunrise. I've caught it out at higher levels many, many times, never on a live stream. It is very cloudy today, so we're not sure how much we're going to see. You will see the sky obviously light up, as it is doing right now. But at the 38th level, I'm not sure if that building is going to block our view of the actual sunrise, but it still should be nice.
Oh, good, Glenn. I'm glad that tip worked. I don't understand why they do that. I mean, if you're watching YouTube a lot, I don't understand why they would randomly change the resolution on you. but it does happen on occasion.
Donovan Wright, beat. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if you're responding to someone else or what. So repost so if you want us to respond to something. Other than that, Marianne, my first time in Vegas, I saw Beatles Love and it was awesome. Yes, it was awesome.
And one other thing, Mark, about Beatles Love, that's the one and only Vegas show we've been to where we sat down front. Catherine was able to get us like front row seats to that one, and it changes everything. Um, it I don't know. It's like sitting down front at a hockey game as opposed to sitting up in the nosebleeds. It just gets you so much closer to the action. Um, but it's like all the other theaters here in Vegas. Like there's not really a bad seat. It just changes the way you see it.
Right. It doesn't, there really is no bad seat at any show. For me, because I'm so easily distracted, I've found at the Cirque shows, because there are people doing things at every location on the stage for really any view, I find at the ones that we've been sitting further back and I can see so much more, I'm constantly worried I'm missing something and I'm just, my head's going back and forth, trying to catch everything. But when we were so close, I feel like it kept my focus a little more. So I was really like kind of immersed in the show and I wasn't so distracted.
And it's one of those things, I think it would be like a show I don't think I would want to sit really close would be something like O, where so much of the stage is kind of a spectacle by itself. For any of you who have seen that, I think you know what we're talking about. But being back from that stage, like you get to see so much more of it. Beatles Love, I think, really provides you with a different experience. Did somebody really just give us super chat?
Yes, Wise Malik, thank you so much. That's so sweet.
Thank you so much for that. And thanks for being here. And thanks for supporting us for, I can't remember the first time we saw your name pop up in a live stream, but I know you've been along for the ride for a lot of them. We always appreciate you being here and for your support. And
we appreciate all of you being here.
Yes.
And all of your support. Just watching is really important to us, so we appreciate all of you.
And I feel like somebody asked about how the gambling had been.
Marianne asked us if we had won anything yet a while ago. God, we are so in sync today. I was just thinking that. We have not. In fact, the first 2 days, we won nothing. We lost every single dollar we put in the machine.
Yes, we did.
We're going to have a really fun video coming out of us mirroring Teresa, Alan's girlfriend from Las Vegas and beyond. She's a big gambler here. They're locals. And she is very lucky, in our opinion. So a lot of people, kind of question the way we do it, the way we gamble. And I got to thinking, well, maybe if we just gambled like her, we would win. So we did that. And you'll have to watch the video to find out what happens. Unless you keep watching our live streams, because Chris is bound to give it away like he does so many of our secrets.
Oh, I'm getting ready to give it away right now.
Don't you dare. Oh, well, I already kind of did. That's fine.
Our experience so far over the past 4 days, the machines have been really tight for us, not only here on the strip, but also off the strip. So, but I think that's just us. I mean, we watched Teresa
win like 10 grand in front of us, pretty much. I had some good luck on video poker yesterday at Planet Hollywood and at Bally's.
Yeah, I feel like I did okay at one of my like guilty pleasure poker games is Pick a Pair. but you can't find it just everywhere. There are only select casinos that have it on their video poker machines. They did have Pick-a-Pair at Green Valley Ranch, and I feel like that's probably the best luck I've had so far on this trip is Pick-a-Pair.
Going back to Mark and the shows, I've really enjoyed who puts on like Absinthe and
Atomic
Opium.
Saloon.
Well, we haven't
Yeah.
seen Atomic Saloon.
No.
That's on our list, but we
That's,
have seen Absinthe and Opium, and those were really nice, very intimate settings. So it's not a gigantic stadium that you're in or anything.
It's hard to pick a favorite. Absinthe might be the best bang for our buck as far as shows go that we have seen. It was an excellent show.
I feel like we got a deal on that with Caesars
I think we did.
Rewards.
Yeah.
We might have gotten like a buy one, get one free there or something. So definitely check that out before you
That was
buy your tickets.
a very fun show.
Yeah, it was
A
fun.
much smaller venue, so you're never really far away from the action. Opium, on the other hand, is another small venue. You will absolutely be part of the show at some point.
Well, not necessarily, but we were.
We were. Pretty much everyone around us was. My best advice for that show, if you go see Opium, do not wear a unique hat. There was a guy a couple of rows in front of us who was wearing a pretty big fedora, and they were pretty brutal with him, but it was all in good fun.
Marianne says it's always 5 o'clock in Vegas. Mm-hmm. My dad's going to the Borgata tomorrow. Of course you are, with Uncle George and their friend Steve. That'll be nice.
Did I really just see Dylan Pritchard's name pop up?
No, you did not. Oh my God! He's here. You're
Dylan-
here.
Dylan, we've been thinking about you all the time, buddy. And it's so good to see you on a live stream again.
How are you feeling? How's it going? I think about you well, I think about you all the time, but I especially think about you every time I put money in a video poker machine. Glenn Santa says his wife and I are thinking of his wife and him, not I. Okay, let me just read what he says. My wife and I are thinking of starting a channel someday. If you could give one piece of advice, what would you give? Just do it. Just start it. That's the hardest part, is starting. You think about it, you plan, you research, you watch other people, you watch other people's advice, just like we did for months on end, making notes and everything. But you learn as you go. So, everybody's first videos are crap. Don't worry about it. Just do it. Get into the groove. Find, what you like to do and enjoy doing. And, I feel like personally there's an audience for everyone. There really is. So don't be intimidated seeing, if there's a lot of people doing what you feel like you want to do with your channel. You'll get there. I feel like everybody will get there eventually because people just watch stuff.
But yeah, what Catherine said is right. The biggest piece of advice is get going. Sooner you get started, the sooner you can grow your channel. So, and excuse me for that. I don't know if that came across the microphone or not, but
What happened?
I burped a little bit.
Oh.
Full transparency. But yeah, get started and then stick with it. Don't feel like you have to have every piece of equipment that's out there, because you absolutely don't. We started with our phone and kind of progressed from there, because I'm a tech junkie and gear junkie, and
Yes, Chris just likes a reason to buy stuff, but honestly, there are channels much bigger than we are that only use
yeah,
a phone and only use free editing software. So you don't need a fancy subscriptions or products.
But the sooner you get started, the quicker you will learn how to get better. Because you'll always be learning from your own videos that you put out. You'll look at them and be like, oh, I should have done this instead of that. And there are just so many things. So really just get going and stick with it.
Stick with it. Yes, consistency. Like, we try to put out one video a week, and I think that's plenty. I think anything more would be asking a little bit much of our viewers, because, your viewers aren't just watching you. Chances are they're watching a lot of other people, and so I would just be mindful of that. Blake did really good at the Cosmo. Little Red Riding Hood was hot.
We'll have to try that game.
Have you seen it?
I haven't. No, I haven't, but I also haven't been looking for it.
Blake, tell us where it is
yeah.
if you can remember. We're not very good at finding things.
But I don't know that we're going to see the sun actually break the horizon, but it's turned into a pretty gorgeous little daybreak anyway.
Dylan says he's up early for a doctor's appointment later, and he's doing much better. Things are looking up. We're going to have to send you something. We're going to send you something that says that. We're always thinking of you, by the way. Marianne's reminding people to subscribe and thumbs up if they haven't already. We appreciate that, Marianne. You are honestly just a wonderful moderator. Shin Lim was awesome at the Mirage. Roger Life out there says.
I would like to see that one.
I don't even know what that is.
I'll have to show you some of his videos on YouTube.
You were talking about it with Alan
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he came to fame on I think he was on America's Got Talent, and
Oh, did he say he was the one that stumped?
he stumped
Penn
Penn
and
and
Teller?
Teller.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah.
The most magic I ever watch is, or I ever get, is watching Modern Family. Phil on Modern Family likes magic.
Or Michael Scott.
Or Michael Scott. Oh, yeah. Two of our favorite characters. Like magic.
Magic.
You're such a dork. Blake says, if you guys are looking for something fun to do and you like art, the Van Gogh Alive exhibit in the Crystal Shops is really cool.
I would love that.
I feel like we watched a video on that.
Has anyone on the live stream been to Area 15? Just curious. We've seen videos from there, most notably, Alan from Las Vegas and Beyond went over there and did a video about it. It looks really interesting.
Blake
has
has.
been there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have to go to the restroom. I'll be right back. Take my mic off.
Yeah, take your mic off.
Just
before
being
you do that.
considerate of you folks.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to check out Area 15 at some point, because it looks really cool. That's good to know, Blake. I've heard, or I've read, the people who go say you could spend several hours in there. Was that your experience, or were you kind of going through it faster, or I don't know. But pretty much the consensus that I've seen is that it's really cool. Should check out Meow Wolf. But I think once we end this live stream, I think we're going to head up north. I think maybe to the Wynn and work our way back, and just to see how the gambling is up there. Um, we've had a rough go of gambling so far. Oh, that's very cool. I don't think we're going to be able to check it out this trip, but we will eventually make it over to Area 15. And I think we're going to go down to Fremont tomorrow, because we actually ended up skipping Fremont on our last trip. I think we're going to go down there first thing in the morning and test our luck down there too. And maybe go to Donut Bar and grab a few donuts.
Yeah, Alan is super excited about eating donuts, so.
Yeah, for those of you who have not been to Donut Bar, down there just off Fremont Street, they have amazing donuts. Even if you're not a fan of donuts, you should try one of their donuts.
Marianne. Phil Dumpy is a close second. Did you see that comment?
Yes.
You are so funny, Marianne. Meow Wolf?
Yeah, Meow Wolf is part of it's kind of like a separate exhibit over at Area 15.
Oh, okay. I don't remember a whole lot about that video. I remember thinking I thought it was like a grocery store that had weird stuff in it. And remember when Alan was in that area where the bottles were all like weird and curved and stuff, and I was like, who's gonna buy that? What are those? And
they're like novelty
Yeah.
items. Like it's a fake grocery store. Just all part of the experience.
yeah.
Like made up products and yeah. Oh, never any apologies for the questions.
No, we love questions.
However, the chat went away before I could.
Oh, okay, I'll read it.
Finish it.
So Glenn Santa says, sorry for so many questions on channels, but we really value your guys' opinion. We appreciate that. That's so kind. Do you ever run into problems with copyright stuff and them removing videos on you? I hear that's a big issue sometimes.
So, yes, especially if you're vlogging in some place like Las Vegas where there is so much ambient music around you all the time and copyrighted music, we have to be really careful about that. So a lot of times if we're putting out a video and one that comes to mind, and not to push our own content, but one of our recent videos where we were with some friends who were doing some high rolling over at the Bellagio. You know, the Bellagio had their house music going, which is copyrighted music. I had to drop in a soundtrack behind that to muddy it up so that YouTube wouldn't flag us and give us a copyright strike. So when we're shooting a piece that's going to be edited and recorded, we try to keep in mind our surroundings. So I'm avoiding places that have really loud music that I know I'm going to have to deal with later. When you're doing something like live streaming, our best advice is to keep moving and keep talking so that hopefully YouTube doesn't notice it. We have never had a video blocked yet, but we have had copyright claims. So, you know, if the video is monetized, instead of us getting the ad revenue for it, the person claiming the copyright will instead get that ad revenue. However, we know people like Mark from The Other Me who does a lot of live streaming from Fremont Street. I've seen several of his videos that have gotten flat out blocked for copyright things, and it's just one of those, you can avoid it. It's just one of those things to remain aware of, especially if you're out in public. Vegas is, in particular, a challenge.
Agreed. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was trying to keep something in my head. Oh, I was going to say that, yes, I saw Dylan. I'm going to get to him in a minute. Glenn, as someone who watches YouTube videos, this is for anyone who's watching, because we have had comments that say, please stop putting music over what you're saying because it's really difficult to hear you. But so now you know why people have to do that. A lot of times they have to do that music cover over the music. And yes, it can be difficult to hear if we don't have a good microphone on at that time, or if it's just particularly loud. But that's why we do it. It's not because we want to mask it or make it more difficult for you to hear us. It's just so that we can avoid those copyright claims.
And one of the things I will say about that, I never put the music, when I have to add a background track, I never do it louder than what was already there. So you all know, in a casino, the music's playing pretty loud already. So even if we didn't have a background track on there, there's still going to be music behind us. It's just enough to throw off YouTube so they can't recognize the copyrighted song. And Dylan, thank you so much, buddy.
Dylan, you're the sweetest. We have missed you so much, and not because you give us money. We really appreciate every time you're in our chats and commenting on our videos. We know it's been a struggle these past few months for you, and really, you just being here is so important to us. We really hope that you can get back to Vegas soon. We know you want to be here, and we want you here, and hopefully someday we'll be here together.
Yes.
Yes. Our midlife rider.
Okay, my turn.
Oh, Chris going potty.
Thanks for using the big boy term.
Sky is light, guys. Are we back? I don't know if you guys could hear anything that I just said at that point. If someone could please let me know if we are back and the video's okay and you can hear me. Chris took the Wi-Fi into the restroom with him. So these doors at the Cosmo are very thick. Thank you, guys. We're back. All right. We thought we learned our lesson with that when I went in with the MiFi to get some food once at the Link Promenade, but apparently not. So, does anyone remember the last thing that we said? I'm not sure why it would be blurry now. Mark, maybe try messing with your resolution if you can. Change it to 720. Make sure it's on 720. I think you can get there by hitting the 3 dots. Maybe it just needs a minute to reset. It's Chris's phone doing the live stream, so I'm not really sure how to work it. Potty. I said Chris was going to the potty. Okay. I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, I was telling you all that the sky is light and that I don't see the sun. It's very cloudy, and that building is kind of blocking where the sun generally comes up, but I have been out here many, many times by myself at higher levels. Chris still asleep. I don't know how to work a live stream by myself. I don't know how to start one, or I would have tried, but I've gotten lots of time lapses from various levels out here on the balcony. Nothing can stop Kat from talking, my dad says. How offensive. I am highly offended. Let me tell you, Dad, what can stop me from talking? A look from Chris. That stare, that mean stare, that he can't believe what I just said. Glenn Santa, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate that. You do not have to pay us for our advice. It is completely free.
Yeah, thank you, Glenn, so much for that. We really appreciate it. Do we let's get a vote here in the chat. Do we want to switch our camera angle? Anybody want to see a little bit different view?
More of the strip, because I don't think we're going to see sun over there. Is it already up?
It's already up because the light started to hit
6:39.
the mountains over here.
Yeah, the sunrise was supposed to be at 6:39.
They're down there this morning doing their maintenance of the fountains. So, okay. I see a shirt from Blake. That's good enough for me. So if everyone will excuse.
Dylan says the 720 resolution fixed his issue.
So you all can see, hopefully, how the light's starting to hit the mountains over there toward Red Rock. See if I can straighten that up a bit. There we go. I mean, this is one of my favorite parts about Vegas is the way the light hits stuff differently. There's just so many cool views here, and it changes all the time depending on the light.
Marianne would like to see the strip, my dear.
We can do that. I wanted to show everybody that first because, I mean, isn't that gorgeous?
Wow, yeah. It's really spectacular. It doesn't even look real. It just looks like a movie set out there.
It's like painted.
Yes.
Yeah, that is pretty.
I just love the sky here. I know overcast is probably not a lot of people's favorite weather, but I love it. And just the clouds, and it's not a complete cover, so you can still see some blue, and you can still see the light, and there's some dark clouds and light clouds, and I just love it. It's so pretty.
And Mark, we got in on Saturday, and we are here until Friday. We have the red eye back home very late on Friday night. So we have a few more days left. The weather is perfect. Those have been in the 60s, highs in the 80s. Absolutely perfect.
Bye, Glenn Santa. Thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. Did you say hello to Tiffany?
I did not. I missed that one.
Hello, Tiffany. Welcome. M&D is here. Not a bad way to wake up and see that view. Not at all. We've been looking at it for almost 4 hours now. What time did I wake you up, sweetie?
Catherine woke me up at 3:09.
I said, hey, honey, do you want to get up and help me do a live stream?
And I thought, oh, it's probably around 5 o'clock. No, it was 3:09 a.m. Although that's an hour and 9 minutes longer than she let me sleep the other morning when she woke me up at 2 asking if I was ready to go down to Fremont.
We didn't wind up going. I had to gamble by myself at 4:15 in the morning because Chris was still in bed.
Come, and this is on our first day in Vegas. So we had already been up since 3 o'clock Eastern time, 3 a.m. Eastern time, to catch our flight out here. So it had already been like I don't know, probably around a 20-hour day. And yeah, she was ready to go down to Fremont at 2 a.m. on Saturday morning or
Well,
Sunday morning,
I
I
had a
guess.
really bad headache, so I went to bed at like 7 o'clock, and at about 11:45, I was ready to get back at it. So I only need like 3 or 4 hours here in Vegas. I don't know why it's different here than at home, because I sleep a lot at home. I love to sleep, but not here. I
Not
love
here.
to be awake. I love to get up super early. I just want to get to it, and we can sleep when we get home. Well, I can. Chris has to go straight to Chicago.
Imadi, you're not wrong about that.
I can't stay up late. I'm not built that way.
It just gets better and better over there.
I know, it is
Like
so
I
pretty.
keep wanting to turn the camera around, but those colors are just something.
We do need to get the strip before the lights go out, right?
We will.
Okay. We'll get there, you guys. I wish the birds were there. Oh my gosh, I wanted Chris to go live yesterday so badly because the fountains were going off last night, every 15 minutes, which is awesome. And there were like 20 little birds down there in the water. And when the show would start, they would fly and they would just kind of go around in a circle until the show was over. And we kept thinking once it was over that they would land back in the spot that they were at, but they kept circling. And we were just dying laughing out here because it was so funny. We were like, if we were doing a live stream, we would have had you all bet when they would land and what location they would select. But it was so funny watching them. I really hope they come back today. And Chris really wants to know what kind of birds they were because
I do want to know what kind of birds they are.
they're so far away we could not tell. They looked like little pieces of white paper in the middle of the water there.
But they are, from what we could tell, they are very white, but with, I think, black tips on the wings. I just want to know what they are because Catherine will tell you I'm a nerd and I just need to know.
Marianne says it's almost iridescent. Yes. That's what I was thinking. I couldn't think of the word, but you're right. That's exactly what it looks like out there.
But maybe you all can see the Bellagio fountain crew is out doing their early morning inspection of all the jets and lights, something they do every single day to make sure everything is functioning properly for the day's fountain shows.
Oh, I got sidetracked and didn't say goodbye to Glen Santa, did I? If I didn't, I'm sorry. If you come back and watch later. Blake says, love that view because I'll have one of those fountain view rooms at the Bellagio when I'm back out there in November. Nice. We haven't stayed at the Bellagio.
We almost got a room at the Bellagio this time, though, remember? We had an M-Life offer, and we decided we just did not have time for it.
Oh, right. I did get one at the Aria, though.
Yeah, we will be checking it. Well, Catherine's actually stayed at Aria. She came out here for a work trip. I have never stayed there, but we do have a room. When is that? Thursday night?
Yes.
So we'll be checking that out. Room tour forthcoming.
Tiffany says these views are breathtaking. Thank you all so much. Last month I stayed at the Cosmo and had the best view ever. What floor were you on, Tiffany? We would love to know that. I'm still trying to narrow down exactly where we need to be for the sunrise because I watched so many of them. This is, like I said before, the 38th floor, and we've been as high as 69,
69's the highest one we've been on, yeah.
and we've been as low as 26, and we knew that was way too low for us.
Oh, Alice is headed to the airport.
What? What are you talking about, Alice? I thought you were here longer. Oh my God. I knew I should have texted you yesterday. I am so sorry. That is a bummer. I was totally going to play video poker with you. We were looking for you actually last night at Paris. We thought maybe you were at that little bank of round machines that you like to play at. So we looked for you there. I'm a little behind. Sorry.
I think Mark asked if we were going to do any more live streams this trip.
28th to the 5th. Oh, Alice, I'm so sorry. Well, at least I know that you wouldn't have been able to meet us even if I had texted you and I said I was going to yesterday. God. Oh, what did I need to tell Alice from this morning? We were playing at the Chandelier Bar this morning. They did not have raspberry lemon drops. They had no raspberry, so I had to get a screwdriver. I said, I wonder if Alice has gotten one on this trip.
Oh, and I saw Blake just ask about more live streams too. So Blake and Mark have asked.
Aren't we gonna walk the strip a little bit today? We could do one when we're getting the B-roll.
Yeah, we are going to go live again. We want to do some live play, probably a live strip walk or two. We just don't know when yet, but we might. I mean,
let me just say, if Dylan is available, because he has had so much trouble watching, if Dylan wants us to do a video poker live stream, or any live stream for that matter, we will do it when it's convenient for him. Oh, Dylan's got to go. Dylan, private message us and let us know if you want us to do a live stream for you at any point the rest of the trip, and we will try and make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. But I would assume most everyone prefers a scheduled live stream. So we will try, no matter what it is, we'll try to schedule it instead of just, going live. But we'll see. I mean, we could do, if we're going to walk north this morning, we could do a live walk up there.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
I just got to let the phone charge for a little bit.
We're sorry. We have a hard time scheduling because we just change our mind and we don't know what we're doing, but we will, obviously not take it personally if you're not able to join us, but we always love when you can and do. And you can always watch them after the fact. I mean, if you're interested in seeing something, that's cool too. Tiffany was on the 28th floor. Okay. A little higher than our lowest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I already responded to M&D. You're supposed to see the sunrise before you go to bed in Vegas, not wake up early. No. I don't know, because as you age, don't you just naturally get up earlier? That's what I always thought, is older people tend to wake up earlier.
Thanks, Blake. And thanks again for being here again. Always appreciate you being here and the support and
sending us luck, which we desperately need. We appreciate
desperately
that.
need some luck.
Marianne says, go by the seat of your pants always. Yeah. Everything at home is planned, so we like to just do whatever when we're here.
Yeah, we've already we actually did pretty good this time and scheduled made quite a few restaurant reservations before getting here. We've already canceled 2 of them. So it, yeah, we changed plans pretty quickly.
Yeah, but again, if you're planning to come, definitely make those reservations. Even if you're not sure of your plans, you can
Yes.
always cancel them like 24 hours in advance is what most restaurants require so that you're not charged. But honestly, I don't know that any of the restaurants that I've made so far have required a credit card. I know like Wicked Spoon required payment up front and the Wynn
Did,
required
yeah.
payment up front, the buffet, but all the restaurants that I scheduled for, I didn't have to input my credit card information, so I don't see how they could charge me.
Yeah, we haven't had much of a problem with making a reservation. What continues to be an issue here is when the restaurants are actually open. So even like someplace like Green Valley Ranch, which is where we were on Saturday and Sunday, all their restaurants except for the buffet, which is not reopened yet, were open and operating, but there's only one that's open 24/7. All the rest were only open for dinner hours. So, if you're coming out here, just do a little bit of research before you come to see what the restaurants you want to go to, see what their operating hours are and try to plan accordingly.
Yeah, so I had tried to schedule Super Frico for Monday, but I believe that they are closed on Monday and Tuesday, so
Yeah.
that's why I had to schedule it for Wednesday, which we wound up canceling anyway.
Do use the Open Table app. However, it was either August or September last year when we came out. We had made a reservation on Open Table for Child over at the link,
Yep.
and the hours listed on Open Table were not the same hours listed, or not the same hours that they were actually open. So even Open Table, you'll just want to double check everything because sometimes Open Table times do not match the actual operating hours of the restaurant.
Right. I think that the restaurants sometimes are changing their hours just based on their staffing levels and things like that, so it could change at any time.
Did I see Kia Bell?
Kia Bell! You have to. Every time I wake up, I'm like, Kia went live. We were asleep. Kia went live again. We were asleep. We'll catch one of them one of these days. Where are you? Because you were on Fremont, right?
She was on Fremont last night.
Yeah. What was it like? What time was it? Because I can't do math, and every time I look at the notifications, it says 7 hours ago, 10 hours ago. So what time and what was it like? Was it crazy busy on a weeknight?
I feel like Vegas really needs a TV guide for live streams now. Because
It does. It has one. Vegas Visuals actually puts out
Oh,
all the
does he
lives
really?
coming up. Well, the thing about Vegas Visuals, just from watching him, I think he only does things that are generally scheduled and part of a channel's normal programming. So I don't think he's catching all of the live streams as they're happening out here in Vegas, which makes it really difficult. But for live streams like Granny's Live or things that are Vegas Best Ideas, things that are scheduled, I think he actually has those on his channel. So he is kind of like a TV guide.
Hey there, TJ. And for those of you who are on the live stream who don't know who TJ is, that is DLVTT.
You
Welcome
said that
back.
really, really great this time. You usually stumble over DLVTT.
Been practicing.
You've been practicing.
And also, DLVTT is joining us all the way from Europe. And the borders have finally opened in December. Is that correct? He's finally making it back to Vegas in December. I think over Christmas, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, you have a really good memory. I am trying to rack my brain, and I think you're right. I think he did say he might try to schedule Thunderstorm, Dean Green.
There's a chance of those today. Look at the waves and those clouds, man.
Is that too high? I don't think you have that in the shot.
Yep. DLVTT arrives on December 11th.
Wow, impressive, honey. You're amazing. Raiders game last night, so downtown was busy. At least Circa was, Alice said. Oh, and so that everybody isn't confused, DLVTT, I call him TJ. Everybody else calls him Thomas. But we have that connection, right, TJ? I get to call you TJ, you get to call me Kat. That was the deal.
We are very happy you're finally going to be able to make it back. And it's not too far away. Like December's going to be here before, well, it's practically, I mean, October's practically over.
It's the 5th.
It's over. Melbourne, Australia.
Wow. I've always wanted to go to Australia.
You might officially be, that we know of, the person viewing from the furthest away from where we currently are. That is amazing. Well, welcome to the live stream, and thanks for joining us.
I like the big green dot. I like that color.
Yeah.
We've seen showgirls with that color green on. There have been some really interesting new showgirl costumes that we have not seen.
They have switched to a very deep red and a very kind of deep blue, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if that didn't have something to do with the Playboy bunny thing that was going on at Planet Hollywood last night. Did you notice that? All of those Playboy bunnies were in red, bright red things. I don't know what they're called.
It was in Vegas in 2013.
So were we at some point. Thanks, Dad. We appreciate you coming in. Win big. We're working on it. Can't wait. I'm not being sarcastic at all. Can't wait to see all those jackpot wins that you send us from Atlantic City.
Yes.
Kia Bell loves the blue ones. I like the ones that have the lights, like the light up bras and stuff. I think those are really pretty. And I just like neon green.
I haven't seen one of those yet. I know the ones you're talking about.
Not this trip, but
yeah,
they always catch my eye.
I think that was in September of last year.
Maybe. Oh, DLVTT says it's funny to see how many people call him Thomas on YouTube because at work and in private there are so many Thomases around that people always call him TJ. Just to distinguish him from other people. Yeah, we get that.
Yeah, people, for years, people would call me by my last name instead of my first name, just to distinguish.
There were a lot of Chris's in our generation.
Yeah.
I dated a few.
And you had a brother.
And my brother's name is Chris.
Yep.
Chris is my favorite name. For sure.
There might be some rain moving in.
Well, it did say, right, that it was supposed to. There's a chance of rain today.
Yeah.
I thought it was raining last night, but it was just the mist from the fountains after the show that was kind of hitting us as we walked by.
Oh, he also stayed at Cosmo.
Awesome. Then
Sorry.
we know you had a great time and a great view.
Yeah, I think I can see some rain bands.
I feel like I see those too, but I don't know. Are they just rays, like the sun rays coming
Let's
down?
I know we're all enjoying this view. Let's watch the weather move in.
There are 5 or 6 Thomases in the department at work. Together, Thomas, 5 people are saying yes. They just need to say T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. That's what I would do. No, I've had people come in like just hired, and they have the same name as someone else in our department, and I'll be like, no, you got to give me something else. Give me something else to call you.
I hope you all can see this, but like some rain bands right there, and it definitely gets thicker the further to the left you go. You can almost see the rain kicking up the dust and sand out there in the valley. It's even obscuring some of the mountains now. It's pretty amazing.
Kia Bell, where are you today? And wait a minute, there was someone else. R something J. Are you in Vegas also? Because you made a comment a long time ago. I forgot to say something, if you're even still here, because I can't find you. RJL. Weather here in Vegas has been beautiful these days. That makes me think that you're here. Are you here? And if so, where are you? And are you a local, or are you just visiting? Kia Bell is staying in. Where are you right now? Are you still downtown?
Yeah, Kia, there's a chance of rain from now until I think around 2 o'clock. So very hit and miss though, as it usually is out here. Like you can be on one side of the strip and get caught in an absolute downpour, and be on the other side of the strip and be dry. But it looks like out there right now around Summerlin, out there around the Red Rock area, getting a little bit of a shower.
Hi, I'm looking at this on my phone, you guys, and it looks amazing. It's so crazy. Look at how it looks on my phone, honey.
Hey, Alice, safe travels. So sorry we didn't get a chance to meet up, but
I am so disappointed, Alice. Oh my gosh.
it's pretty pixelated right now. I don't know, keeps going in and out. I saw, was it, I think it's DLVTT that asked about the Midlife takeover of hotel operations here at the Cosmo. I think we're with everyone else. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Continuing to try to, accumulate our rewards here. We're not, we don't have a huge status here at the Cosmo, but it's probably comparable to what we have at MLife. My feeling right now, and it's probably going to be about a year before things really take effect, but Catherine was talking earlier about how MLife has just recently changed the way their rewards work, or at least the way they accumulate. So that'll be something to take into account. But what I'm most curious to see is how this is going to affect Marriott Bonvoy members who relied on their rewards to stay here at the Cosmo. I don't know if MLife will do away with those or not, but that could be very interesting to see. Because those Marriott Bonvoy members get several nice perks here at this property, without really requiring any gameplay. So whether MGM will do away with those, it's going to be interesting.
Kia Bell met Alice. Well, we met Alice.
Well, they were both, didn't they? They both went to Rocktober.
Oh, did you guys both go to Rocktober? Is that where you met? It's so crazy. There are so many people that live out near us that we talk to on these live chats and in the comments on our other videos. And it's like, why do we have to fly all the way across the country to meet you guys when we're just like, we live 2 or 3 hours away from each other? We could just meet up back home. Right? Mike Urbanik, we still haven't met him. We've been talking to him forever. Alice, we met her, but only in Vegas, not in Indiana, even though we have all the plans in the world to do that. Al, still haven't seen Al. And he's in our town, isn't he?
Well, no, they live south of us, but in the same state. They live down around Berea.
Why did I think he was in Lexington?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, they are definitely getting drenched out there in Summerlin right now.
Kia's 3 properties away. Can we see you from our balcony?
Just wave, Kia.
Can you see you from our balcony?
When we had mentioned Rocktober, but shout out to Vegas Best Ideas, who, from what we can tell, had a very successful Rocktober weekend. We're supposed to meet up with Gord and Tamara tomorrow to meet them in person for the first time, and can't wait to hear all about it.
Kia says, exactly, that's how it is with me and Vanessa from Slotology, and she lives literally around the corner from me. Yep. We're such homebodies when we're not on vacation. Like, we hardly ever leave the house except to work and go to the grocery store.
That looked really successful too. We'll have to go back. We're really bad about staying up with all the channels we're subscribed to when we're on our Vegas trip, so we'll have to catch up when we get back home.
Yes, nobody tell us anything about the slot polls or anything, because I will go back and watch. I really wanted to go to the slot poll at the Cosmo on Saturday night with Vegas Best Ideas, but you know, like Chris said, we were out at Green Valley Ranch. We weren't even on the strip, and I went at 7 o'clock that night, so I think the slot poll was at 7. And we still haven't made it down to Fremont, but I really, really want to go there.
Well, we're going tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah, we are going tomorrow.
I'm sure Catherine will wake me up at 2 or 2:30.
Yeah, Alan and Teresa offered to pick us up. I'm like, yeah, you're not picking us up at 3 a.m. They probably won't get there till 9 or 10 or something like that. I'm like, yeah, we'll probably be 500 down by then. Hopefully not. We did have some luck. We had some luck at Circa and Plaza the last time we were here.
Mm-hmm.
So I really want to go back and play some video poker there. And if it works out where Dylan is available, might even do some live video poker play at either of those properties, because we do have permission to film there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Marianne, I think the 3 places we will definitely hit on Fremont would be Plaza, Circa, and El Cortez. Anything in between there is up for grabs.
Well, it's really up to Teresa, because she's the big gambler.
Yeah.
And she has several properties down there that she really likes to play at, right?
Yeah.
I can't
Yes.
remember what they are. Is it like the Golden nugget or something.
Well, she likes Circa.
She likes Circa. Yeah.
The only one I know for sure that she does not like is Main Street Station.
Yes. And the three of us really want to go there. Alan, Chris, and I would really like to go back to Main Street Station just because it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. And I don't know, it just has a homey feel. It has a homey feel.
It's Main Street Station. It's beautiful. And if you ever go there, you have got to go up to the second floor to see all the stuff up there, just antiques and woodwork, and it's just amazing.
And shout out to Bill and Lisa from Bill and Lisa's Food and Travel, because they just did, I think they went to the buffet, right, at Main Street Station at the grand reopening or something. They were just in for like an overnight trip or something, and they told us that they actually have a pamphlet you can get at the front desk that tells you all about the history of those items up on the second floor. And now Chris and I have been up there, and we've just stared at all the stuff, and it's beautiful and it's interesting, but I would really like to read about it. So I am looking forward to stopping back in there to at least get that pamphlet.
DLVTT asked about who to contact.
Oh my gosh. TJ, I have emailed every single property that I could find an email address on in Las Vegas. No joke, every single one. I have a list on my phone I can probably send you of the places I've gotten permission and the places that have never responded to me, and the places that have responded to me but never give me an answer. So I don't know, we probably have like 5 or 6. I always, if they go on their website, click on contact, see if you can find a PR department, or just call any number that you can find and ask them for their PR department and talk to someone. I will tell you just off the top of my head, the best response and the kindest, most friendly person that I have dealt with has been at the Bellagio. I believe his name is Alan, spells it just like Las Vegas and Beyond, Alan, and I think his last name is Garcia. He was such a kind man. Now, he wouldn't give me permission in email. He requested that either he call me or I call him, but oh my God, this guy is so friendly, and he is just really the most pleasant person I've ever spoken to on the phone from a company ever. And just so accommodating and just really sweet. So I don't even think we have live streamed from the Bellagio. That's where we played for Sammy R, Buffalo.
That was one of our very first gaming live streams.
Yeah, but we actually didn't have permission at that point.
We did not, no.
So it's really nice.
But we only had the camera on the machine.
Well, yeah, we always only have the camera on the machine if we can help it. But it is much nicer to be able to live stream when you know you have permission, because for those of you who don't know me, I'm not much of a rebel. I do not like to get in trouble. I am super paranoid about anyone coming up to me and telling me I'm doing something wrong. So,
and really, the only stipulation most of them have is the table games, absolutely off limits. No recording whatsoever of that period. The only other thing they really ask is that you don't get other people in the shot. So as long as you have your camera focused on the game at hand, that's really the only thing they ask. They also, some of the security people are kind of skittish about microphones and gimbals and stuff. So what I would say is the more simple you can keep your setup, the better off you are.
Yes, and more specifically, like here at the Cosmo, we have permission to live stream, we have permission to record, but you cannot have a gimbal. They will allow a personal tripod, like a little tiny tripod if you want to stick that up on the machine to videotape your machine, or what else did they say? A selfie stick. I think they will allow a selfie stick. But anything else, and then, if you don't have a channel out there and you just watch people and you've noticed that when they move from machine to machine, they're angled at the floor or something low, that's to avoid capturing other guests, which is really forbidden in most casinos. And it's
Yeah.
just,
And
common courtesy.
that's
People
fair.
don't want to be
Yeah.
filmed, most likely. I don't want to be filmed. I mean, I don't want to be sitting at a machine having fun and wind up on YouTube.
But the one thing I would say, if you are considering doing some live play, one of the things we ran into, I think it was the last time we did a live gaming from the Cosmo, it's always best to know which machines you're going to try rather than walking around the casino trying to find them on the fly. Now, granted, when we did it, we kind of knew what we wanted to play, but we ran into those machines being occupied, or it basically turned into a lot of waiting and seeing. So if you're going to do a live stream slot play or video poker play, our recommendation, I think, is to, number one, know where your machines are, and number two, maybe break it up in different sessions so that you're not like trying to find a place to play. It's just
Or if you have an entourage, like Granny sometimes
Yes.
does. Like, we've watched some of her live sessions, and she is usually with other people. Like when she goes to the Ameristar in Kansas City, she will actually have somebody sitting at the next machine she wants to go to. So they're just like keeping the seat warm,
Yeah.
waiting for her to get over there, and then they go and reserve the next one.
that is super helpful.
That is really smart way to do it. Of course, it's just the two of us, and we're not super coordinated to begin with.
Well, and also when you're live streaming, I mean, up here on the balcony is one thing. We can, we're set in one spot. We don't really have to multitask. When you are out and about, like whether you're doing a strip lock or you're doing some gameplay, it's really multitasking. Like you have the camera going, you're trying to respond to the chat, you're trying to play the game, you're trying to remain conscious of the things that are going on around you. It's kind of a heavy lift for us anyway.
Yeah, I would say if anyone is doing a live stream well and you're enjoying it and they're responding to your comments and you're entertained, just know there is so much work going on there to make that happen. Like, it is just not easy breezy. It's not just, us on vacation with the camera set up. There's a lot that goes into it. I find it very stressful. We have to kind of just like decompress for a while afterward. It's such an adrenaline rush during the live, and then it's just like, it's like when you're on vacation and you get sick because especially for workaholics, you're going, and your body, when it finally has a chance to relax, it's like, okay, now it's time to get the flu. Like, that's what the live streams are like for me.
Well, and the adrenaline comes from being able to interact with people in real time.
Right.
Because if you're not live streaming, like we can, we have our commenters on our videos and stuff, but that's, that can be several days after the fact. So it's never really in real time. So we get so excited to be able to chat with you all in real time that gets the blood up.
Gets the blood pumping, for sure. It does. Well, I would say, I don't know that this was necessarily a successful sunrise.
It's been very pretty, though.
It has been very pretty. The sky is just lovely. The weather is gorgeous. I wish you all were here with us. But I think I was saying earlier, I've still been trying to perfect narrowing down the levels at the Cosmo that we want to stay at. And it's weird because it changes, like our priorities change. Like in the beginning, I never was thinking about the sunrise until I started getting up early and watching it. And now I need to just figure out at which level we are above. Is that Paris, honey?
Yes.
Okay, so at which level we are above the Paris building over to the right and can see the mountains, because I am going to have Chris put out a couple of time lapses that I've done from some different levels, because I'm telling you, breathtaking. It's not going to be nearly as impressive as it was in real life, but I think maybe that'll even help me narrow down where we need to be. It's just when you get to the high levels, like 69, see, here are the competing factors for me. Which is more important, seeing the full sunrise or seeing parts of the strip from the Japanese soaking tub, right? Because the higher you are, the less you can see from the tub, but the lower you are, the less you can see of the sunrise. So, I don't know. If we were going to do that video over again, which level would you stay at? I would definitely add in those little tidbits, because everybody has something different that is important to them. You know, do you want to hear more of the music playing at the fountains? Then you want to be down lower. But not necessarily, because the higher you are, the less you're going to hear the traffic and the noise of the people on the strip, so that sometimes it's very quiet and you can make out the music.
It's all personal preference. Like Vegas Best Ideas prefers a much lower floor than we do. That's where they're happy at. And wherever you're happy, that's fine. And DLVTT/Thomas/TJ. If you have any questions about that first live stream or first live streams, let us know. We'd be happy to help you out.
Alan's up. We've been talking about you. You're gonna have to go back. Just kidding.
Alan, 4 a.m. is generous, my friend.
I woke him up a little after 3. I'm not good with like weather and seasons and stuff, so I still thought I needed to get up at 4:30 for the sunrise, but didn't happen here until 6:39.
Yeah, Alan, it was not a gentle wake up either. She was walking through the room and shouted, "Hey, you want to get up and help me set up for a live stream?" It's not.
It was gentle.
No, it wasn't.
I said, "Hey, honey." I was gentle. Alan was walking Leia. Is rain coming in over there in Henderson, Alan? Because it kind of looked like we were getting some rain somewhere. What did you say, Summerlin or wherever that is out there?
Well, yeah, it was coming in over Summerlin and Red Rock, yeah. But it seems to have pretty much stopped there.
Yeah. No rain in Henderson. Alan, we didn't see the sunrise, really. We didn't see a sun. I was trying, but I think the building and the clouds, just a combination. I mean, we definitely we saw it go from dark to light, but there was no actual sun to be seen. I am really glad that we got up, though. We've already gambled. We already got a couple free drinks at the Chandelier Bar.
Had coffee.
Yes, we had coffee.
Took showers.
Coffee and Bailey's. We've both taken showers.
It's amazing.
I know, like we're ready to go. He saw lightning strikes over Red Rock.
Yeah.
But no rain in Henderson, he says.
Yeah, that's where those rain bands were really moving in.
Yeah. So, you all have been looking at this view for like an hour. What time did we start this? Just
We've,
before 6, an hour and a half? Oh,
we've been
Lord.
live for 100 minutes.
Marianne had coffee and Bailey's too. Awesome. Yes, hey, if anyone is here in Vegas, Kia, I don't know, do you drink red wine? I was going to offer that other bottle of wine to Alice because I bought these 2 gigantic bottles of wine. I don't think I'm going to be able to drink them. I don't know, I'm just not feeling the wine.
DLVTT, you can still get it. The problem is finding them when they're actually open.
But we need to do that with Tamara.
Yeah.
Tomorrow from Vegas Best Ideas because she loves that frozen Baileys, and that's where we thought maybe we would meet up when we first meet them.
But yes, they have had it. It's just the couple times we've been by there, they were not open at the time. So
Very funny, Alan. I did that. Well, I did it after. But when I was trying to do keywords this morning, I Googled sunrise in Las Vegas and it popped up 6:39. And I'm like, crap. That's a while. So I was trying to, I don't know what was happening with my weather app this morning. I could not pull up Las Vegas, which is why I had to Google it. Kia Bell loves red wine. It's cheap. It's a gigantic, like $8. I think it's Woodbridge. Cabernet.
And pretty decent too. I mean, it's a cheap wine, but I think it's a good wine.
I like it. We drink it a lot at home, but I don't know. I had one, I think because I was drinking on an empty stomach, it did not agree with me yesterday. Felt a little shaky. So you want to wrap this up, babe? Because I'm sure people are bored watching the same thing for an hour.
We can, yeah.
Though we love to sit here and talk to you, but we have to be mindful of your time too. And we're sorry this has been so long because that was not my intention. I just wanted to catch the sunrise and be done with it. But so many good people in here.
It's been a lot of fun.
All of our favorites, some new people. So Kia Bell says, we're not bored. Oh no, Matt Wilson's here now. Now we have to stay.
Is he really? Hey, Matt Wilson. Good
How
to
are
see
you?
Man. It's been a while.
It's been a long time, I think. Yeah. Love seeing your name pop. I've seen you in other people's stuff, I think.
Alan, we are on the 38th floor.
Oh my gosh, so this is what happened. So you all know that I give them like specific instructions from the time I call for the reservation, and then when we get to the check-in counter, I reiterate everything I told them in the notes to put in the notes during the reservation. We're over at the Bellagio playing, and I get the text that our room is ready, 66th floor. Now I told them we want something as close to 50 as possible, but not lower than 30 and not higher than 55. And they book us 66. So of course I call right away. I say, hey, that's too high for us. You know, what's going on? Oh, no problem. Let me check on it. And they said, we have you on the 54th floor. I said, that is perfect. He said, just come to the key counter. We'll reset your keys and you'll be ready to go. We got over here. He starts handing me the card. After waiting like 30 minutes, he hands me the cards and it says 5403 Chelsea Tower. And he says, do you have any other questions? I said, yeah, why are you handing me cards that are 5403 Chelsea Tower when we need to be in the Boulevard Tower and we need a 95 series room, which I know would have 95 on the end of it, not 03. So after, long story short, we finally took what they gave us, which was 38. And I was interested to see it because I really like to look at every level. There's never a bad view, but at least now I know. I will say probably in the future between 40 and 55 because 38 is a little too low. But what do you think? 2 floors up? Do you think that might get us over the Paris building?
I would say probably the 50s would get you up there.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Matt, you were out here. Didn't we see you on one of the Matt Bridger videos? I feel like we did. 32nd floor facing Planet Hollywood. Okay. Yeah, I think for Catherine's purposes with getting the sunrise, I think we would probably have to be on floor 50 or above to really get high enough above Paris to get it coming over the mountains.
Marianne, you're so sweet. She's been on since we started this morning. Loved every minute. So informative and relaxing. You both are so awesome. I think someone else, it's funny because I was going to respond to someone else. Ryan S. says it's also so nice to see the quiet. You're seeing the quiet side of the strip, but my mouth is probably not relaxing you. And I'm sorry about that. I should just. Do you guys watch a lot of, like, how do you feel about live streams where people just give you the view? We've been watching, who is that? They have this live Las Vegas thing.
You're just on a roll now.
I am on a roll. I'm sorry, I never stop talking. And nobody's talking. I don't even know that it's manned, right? But it's on like all the time, just a view of the strip. That thing you've been watching?
Oh, yeah. That's, they have a camera set up on top of Treasure Island that's pointing back south. I can't remember the name of the channel, and I really don't know how it works, but the same channel has like perpetual live streams set up all over the country, really. But just I don't know how they make it work, because it's on 24/7. It has background music all the time. You will occasionally see people in the chat, but nobody really talks in there. But it is nice just to turn on, like if we're, cleaning the house or making some food. Yes, that's the one, Matt Wilson. Thank you. That is the one. Yeah, we just turn it on in the background and let it roll, and it's always nice to get a little view of our favorite place. But hey, Crystal K, good morning to you.
Crystal, are you gone? Were you here for October?
I'm with you, Matt. That view from TI is a pretty sweet view. How they got a camera up there and how it stays connected to power all the time, I don't know. But it's pretty cool.
I like being at the top of Treasure Island.
And not only that, but it's a really good signal. Like, it's a really good quality picture. So I don't know how they manage that either.
I think everything looks orange, though.
It is definitely orange as far as the color cast, but
So I guess you could probably catch the sunrise on that every day if you wanted to.
oh, hey, Deborah Jones. Good to see you again.
Hey, Deborah Jones. You should get M Life comped rooms. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? I'm just thinking more places to gamble at that are part of the same group. So chances are, but do you think, I don't know. I never thought of that. Do you think that when they add properties, they would increase the points required for the rewards and the tier levels, because now you have more opportunities to pool your funds? Oh, crap. I mean, we can't even make the tiers now. And for those of you just joining, I was talking earlier about how this could change our play because we play everywhere, so which is why we don't get a lot of comps and we can't really increase tiers, because we spread our money among so many different groups. But we had decided before we came on this trip that we were going to try primarily to stick with M Life and Cosmo. And now that Cosmo is going to be part of M Life, I mean, that's really just one. Of course, you know how it goes, and you know how unlucky we are. The only luck we've had on this trip so far has been at Caesars, because I wrote them off.
Well, yeah, that's because the past few trips, we had zero luck at Caesars. And yeah, you just never know. And then the last trip, when we were here in July, the only place we had luck was at the Cosmo.
Did you see where Alan said it's the window tint at TI?
Yes,
So that camera's actually inside?
it must be. I mean, it, which would make sense, right? So if they leave it running 24/7, you would want it to be protected from like wind and rain and stuff. So yeah, that would make sense.
Since people are talking about Joe from Straight Outta Vegas, I want to just say, if anyone in here, I know there's not a whole lot of people in here, but if you're watching later or you aren't already subscribed to him, I would really appreciate getting him to 1,000, because he does not yet have a store offering merchandise, and I really want to buy something of his. And when I asked him about it, he said, maybe if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll consider it. So let's make this our mission for the week to get Joe to 1,000 subscribers so that I can buy a shirt, because, you know, I only have like, I don't know, 8 Las Vegas and Beyond shirts, a couple of the other me shirts. I definitely need more. I have Frontiersman Travel Adventures. I definitely need more YouTube shirts. Wouldn't you say, honey?
Yes.
Yes, I need more in my collection. I need at least as many YouTube shirts as I have Vegas Golden Knights shirts. And I'm up to, what did we decide? Like 28 clothing items
Yes.
from Vegas Golden Knights. So
Yeah. You have several.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not knocking it. But yes, you have way more Golden Knights gear than I do. Thank you, Alan, for popping the link in there to Joe's channel.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Alan.
Oh, and by the way, for anyone who is not subscribed to Las Vegas and Beyond, go do that right now.
I think everybody in here is subscribed to Las Vegas and Beyond, because our viewers are the smartest, right?
DLVTT, we use Printful for our store. Printful actually has fulfillment warehouses all over the world, with a few in Europe, so you might want to check them out. I would check there first if you're considering setting up a store, because I know here in the US they have, I think it's 4 different locations in each time, like one in each time zone to fulfill. But I do know they have some in Europe too, so I would check them first and then go from there. And it's printful.com. But we have been, since you asked, we've been using them for all of our merchandise since the beginning. Their quality is excellent. They are having some supply issues right now, just like everyone else is. But the one thing that sets them apart is their customer service. Their customer service is excellent, because we have had we like to test everything before we actually put it on the store. And we have had a couple of issues with product. And when we've gone back to them saying this is what's wrong with it, they're like, you're absolutely right. That should have been caught before it was sent to you. We will get it sent back to you right away. And they have been great. There are other places out there that are cheaper, but Printful has been, their customer service is excellent.
I will say, yes, their customer service is excellent. And if any of you often or are thinking about purchasing from anyone's store, just keep that in mind. You definitely, if you have an issue with the product, don't be shy. I mean, it's not going to hurt us. Just contact them within 30 days or whatever their return policy is, and make them make it right for sure, because, you know, these products are expensive, I think, in my opinion. They all are, and you want to get some use out of them. I will say I do wish that Printful offered more next level products.
I think that's just the supply issue right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
I have a next level shirt from The Other Me and from Las Vegas and Beyond, and they are by far my favorite t-shirts. They are so soft. They're, you know, kind of thicker material, and I think they're very flattering. So they're not super tight.
Yeah, if you do a store, and we did a lot of research on this, the two best t-shirts that we have found have been the Next Level 3000 and Bella Canvas. But having worn both now, I prefer the Next Level. I think they're a little bit better fitted, I guess, even though they're not like super fitted. But they hold their shape a little bit better than Bella Canvas, but they're both really high quality t-shirts.
All products, however, no matter what brand you get, in my opinion and in my experience, they run very small. I mean, I think now the Other Me shirt that we purchased, that's one of my favorites. Actually, I bought it for Chris.
It's a women's shirt.
It's a large, and he could not wear it, but I wear it all the time. And I think the one I bought from Las Vegas and Beyond might also be a large. And I honestly, the smalls and the mediums that I have purchased, even from our own store, I don't like wearing them as much. I will definitely go for larges next time, even though I typically wear an extra small or a small. They just run really small.
And for any of you wondering about it, we put, this is not a push for our own stuff, but if you go to our store, which is themidliferide.bigcartel.com, we tried to put our own notes on all the products. So if a shirt runs small or big or long or anything like that, we put that into the product description. So go check that out before you set up your own store, just to get an idea of what you're looking at.
Yeah, and for those of you considering starting your own store soon, you definitely want to sample the products. Like ours in particular, we get 3 products a month at a discount. Is it cost or something?
It's like 20%, a 20% discount.
Something like that. So we buy the products so that we can know, you know, is this worth having on the store for other people to buy? I mean, you certainly don't want to have crap on your store and then have people have a bad experience and not want to buy anything else. So, you know, if you already have a channel, which most of you do, and you're thinking about that, definitely. Thanks, Alan.
Thank you, Alan.
Dropped our link. Definitely buy size up, several sizes up.
Yeah, I will tell you for sure. I'm nearing the point of needing a new Las Vegas and Beyond t-shirt because I wear my one and only one all the time, no matter where we are.
You only have one?
I only have one.
I have like 8.
I know you do.
Oh my gosh. I think I've bought every single style shirt on Alan's store. Alan, you should drop your link too. Um, and guys, men in particular, because I think women, if you have a channel and you have a store, you probably already know this, but not everybody wants to buy clothes, and especially if you have if you're very particular about what you wear or how it fits. Guys, try to offer us women some things that aren't clothing. Like, oh, Kia Bell has a cute little purse, that little zippy bag from Las Vegas and Beyond, which I love. I would love to see like backpacks or like drawstring bags, patches. I have no idea if any of these companies offer patches, but I would love to get some patches of your logos so that I could like sew them onto a backpack I already have. Like, that sounds like an awesome thing to do. Like, first I thought we would collect stickers, but what can you really do with stickers? You can't really put them on stuff that you're out using in public to advertise the channel. So I don't know. Things like that, like really think about it. Keychains, even pens.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm forever forgetting pens places, and hey, if I leave your logo pen at a slot machine somewhere, someone's bound to see it and pick it up, right?
Yeah.
TJ has one coming in the mail from Las Vegas and Beyond.
Very nice.
Nice. Kia Bell puts stickers on your luggage. That's a good idea. Do you have the hard luggage? Because we have the fabric, so stickers wouldn't work for us. Luggage tags. Yes.
That'd be good.
That'd be awesome. Luggage tags. Yeah, what else? We should all have like a brainstorming, like a YouTube brainstorming session. We've got some good ideas.
Hey, Double D. Hello to you. Thanks for jumping on.
I really feel bad. Yeah, she has the hard luggage. You're fancy. Look at you, all fancy with your hard luggage, Kia Bell. Whenever I see hard luggage in the airport, I'm always like, those people are fancy. I want hard luggage. I want to be fancy.
Alan, I don't know. The plan was to head up north to gamble. But I mean, we've been doing this for a couple hours and having a really good time, and I don't know.
I know, we're sorry. I always say, let's not do a really long live stream. This is people's time but then we feel bad because people are jumping on throughout the whole time and we want to talk to everybody. But those of you like Marianne, people that have been here from the beginning, we will not be upset if you have to go. Like, you come and go as you please. We respect your time and appreciate that it's a huge commitment to watch anybody, really, to support a channel. It is a huge time commitment, and it's certainly appreciated, and whatever you have to give, we'll take.
I'm just happy people show up.
I know. If we get one person, I'm happy. I'll talk to one person.
I am thrilled with one person, yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, Ethel, the weather has been great. The lows have been in the 60s, highs in the 80s. The weather it's just comfortable.
It's beautiful.
It's the one thing I can say. It's just comfortable.
I've said it like 10 times since we got to the Strip, because the first 2 days we never even went outside. It's absolutely the most perfect weather for me. It is not hot. It is not cold. It is exactly the perfect weather. I can't say that enough. There's no humidity. I'm in a sweatshirt. I'm in like kind of like leggings down past my knees and an undershirt, a t-shirt, and a sweatshirt sitting out on the balcony, and I'm perfectly comfortable. Of course, I'm always cold, so keep that in mind.
I think Thomas asked about the XL and the 2XL.
Oh, I don't know.
It really depends.
Is anyone in the chat in the XLs? No judgment here. I can't speak to that because I've never ordered. Let me tell you what I thought. I thought when you got to larges, it would kind of even out and be standard across the board. But clearly that's not the case because I can fit in a large.
What I will say as a man, for our store stuff, I always order a size up in the t-shirts. So I usually get a lot, even though I could get away with a medium in some store, like retail store places, I usually always get a large online. However, when it comes to like things like our zip hoodies, those require 2 sizes up. So I always get an extra large in that one. If you're not sure, it's just ask the question and we'll do our best to answer it. If you're going with t-shirt, I would say a size up, no matter whose store you're ordering from online.
I would say 2.
And somebody asked about our favorite slot machine. I can't remember who it was.
Did you say hi to Vegas Lady? Good morning.
No, I did
so
not.
wish I was sitting on one of those balconies looking out at that view. Guys, I'm really sorry. I've been bad about the chat. So if we missed you, it's not intentional. Please send another message and we will say hello. So you answered Ethel Kelson about the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Double V says hard luggage in Cosmo, LOL. Alan answered Ethel, that's good. We really appreciate you guys answering each other's questions when you know the answer. That is very helpful. Is it busy there now or kind of slow on a Tuesday? Double V asked. Did you answer that?
We've been downstairs this morning, but it was like 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock. So it wasn't super busy. What we will say is that yesterday when we got to the strip was very, very busy inside the casinos. Not so much out on the sidewalks, but inside the casinos. I mean, check-in lines were huge. People playing games, they were everywhere. It was very busy yesterday, but we'll be sure to let you know what it looks like today when we get out there. It was Ryan.
It was Ryan S. Just wondering, what's your favorite slot machine right now?
Oh,
the only
man.
one we won on, Teresa's favorite Super Lock,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh yeah, we won on that.
Yeah, we won. When we say we won, guys, it was like $5, but that's like a huge win for us when we normally lose everything we put in the machine. So I love every slot machine. Not every slot machine, but I do like a lot. I'm super into the ones that I can play on the app because I have an opportunity for free to learn how the game works.
And when she says the app, she means either My Vegas or My Konami.
Right. So I'm super excited to play All Aboard Dynamite Dash. Have you guys seen that? We played All Aboard already, but it wasn't the Dynamite Dash, and I really like that goofy guy. And when I think he's wild, so when you actually win on a wild, he like laughs, and he cracks me up when he's playing in the app. So I just want to play that and see if we can win.
But I love any slot machine that actually pays something. That's immediately my favorite. But in terms of actually enjoying a game just to sit down and play, I have 2. I love Top Dollar, and especially the the ones that are only 75-cent max bet. So it'll be like quarter machine, 3 credits. And I actually got double top dollar the other night, or last night, or something. But I love top dollar, and I love Planet Moolah.
Oh yeah, you and Alan love Planet Moolah.
I love
That's
Moolah.
for sure.
That's my favorite.
I just really like games that I can follow. Like if I can pick up, which are very few games, if I can pick up what's happening and what I need, even though I have no control over it, I seem to really like those. So ultimately, I guess what I'm saying is any slot machine has the potential to be a favorite if I just play it long enough to figure it out. If it lets me play it long enough. Yeah, we're going with that. I have to interrupt and say I agree with Kia Bell. Mary Ann is the greatest.
Yes, she is.
TJ, what'd you order? He ordered takeaway. That is so cute. Is that like our version of takeaway?
Did he really place an order?
No. I think he's saying he ordered food. It's 5 p.m. here, and I just ordered takeaway. Oh. Let's go for a couple of hours. I got to hear you talk. That is so cute.
Yeah, it might be a few hours until let's see, it's only 8 o'clock here. I don't think the shows will start until probably 3, maybe 4. I will say, yesterday we noticed a couple of shows that we have never seen before, and songs that we have never heard before for the Bellagio fountains. They were very different and very good.
Well, let's do that tonight after Hell's Kitchen. We'll come back here and we'll catch a couple of live shows.
I think he actually did place an order.
You think who did what?
TJ, if you did that, thank you so much.
Oh, you're so sweet. Just keep in mind, if something is wrong with it, call them right away. Seriously, their customer service is excellent.
Or no, I think you'll if you're not satisfied with any of it, let us know and we'll get it taken care of. All right, so maybe we'll do a live again later today from up here, yeah?
Yeah, I want to make sure it's not dark yet, because if those birds come back, I would really love to watch those. Those were so entertaining.
The birds were something.
Deborah Jones said, had I known you were streaming and I could see this Vegas view, I would have had a pineapple mimosa and pretended I was there. Pineapple mimosa, I haven't had one of those yet.
It isn't too late to do that, you know.
I know. I mean, mimosas are an everyday drink, right?
Well, we had the creamsicle.
Oh my gosh.
Mimosa, right?
We tried
yesterday?
a creamsicle mimosa from Lucky Penny at Green Valley Ranch. Whew. That was something. We've had lots of mimosas at Green Valley Ranch. One of the waitresses called it sunshine in a glass or something.
That was a screwdriver.
Oh, that was a screwdriver.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of the things we will say, and we'll have a video coming out about our experience at Green Valley Ranch. The best thing about Green Valley Ranch, the staff was amazing. From front to back, everyone we came into contact there who was part of the staff, absolutely fantastic. And one of the things we miss about the Strip, like a few years ago, our main place to play was down there at the Cromwell. When they had the 9/6 video poker, they were right up near the front. That's the first place we would go to in the mornings. And we would sit there and play for several hours. And we would get to know the servers there. That has not happened in so many years until Green Valley Ranch. And we had 2 servers there who, it's like we were friends by the end of it. They were amazing. On our last morning there, the one who we met on the first day came back up, and she's like, you are leaving today and going to the Cosmo, and can't believe she remembered. And Green Valley Ranch, if anyone is ever looking for an alternative to your Las Vegas vacation, maybe to break things up a little bit, we highly recommend that property. They were fantastic. It's a beautiful property. Everything you need is right there.
And we will have a video coming
Yes.
out about it.
Yes, we will.
It was really nice. Man, I wish we had a place like that back home,
I do too.
right?
I do too. If Caesar's Southern Indiana was like that,
Yeah, for sure.
oh my gosh.
And great food. I mean, that's the one thing missing from Caesar Southern Indiana is food.
Yes.
Very few options there. But this place, I mean, it reminded, when Chris looked out on overlooking the pool, he said, this reminds me of Cancun. It kind of does in a lot of ways, because it's a resort. You have everything you need there. You don't need to leave. And they make it so pleasant that you don't want to. If we had had better luck there, we probably would consider staying an entire week. And it's really close. I mean, it's surprisingly close to the airport and the Strip. Our lift from the airport to Green Valley was like, I don't know, $17 or something like that. And then back to the Strip the other morning was 20. I mean, really not a lot. Chris disappeared. Sorry, I'm going back through the chat because I have no idea where I left off. Vegas lady, early December versus late February. I know that Alan already talked to you about the weather. TJ loves quick hits, so do we. That's definitely our biggest win, has been on quick hits. Double V, please do a live show. M&D loves the Christmas decorations in December. Yes, those are always a treat. TJ, collecting the teas. Yep. That's like me. I don't know. Sometimes I have a problem. I don't like to spend money, but I don't know what it is about the YouTube merchandise. I just really like to buy it. Like the Vegas Golden Knights. I'll buy any shirt I don't already have. Yes, Alan, that is the best part of Green Valley Ranch, is that it's close to you, for sure. Even though it wasn't this trip because you were in Laughlin. Kia Bell, where are you having brunch? I wanted to go to the Henry this morning. We can never catch it when it's really open. Phil B. Travels, where are you? Oh, greetings from England. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. Deborah Jones. Their dealers are amazing. I don't play table games. Chris likes blackjack, but he hasn't played in a really long time. Oh, of the fountains. Okay, yes, Double V. I'm sure we're going to do that tonight, because I have a feeling after we eat our dinner, we're going to be ready to come back here.
Sounds like fun, actually.
It sounds awesome.
I'm all for that.
The more we come, I think it's not that it's wearing off. It's not that Las Vegas and the novelty of it or anything is wearing off. We still really love to be here. It makes us excited, and we want to go. But I think we also...
And our best buds are here.
And our best buds are here, yes.
Yes.
We also just want to relax. Like, Alan and Teresa were talking about just like hanging out and playing board games. Like, we're totally into that. Especially if you're up on this balcony. I mean, we could play Scrabble and Monopoly and hang out on the balcony and drink and talk and watch the fountains. I mean, what's better than that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's very interesting over the years how Vegas has changed for us and the way we do it. Um, we went from like the typical Vegas experience to gambling some and eating some and seeing shows and getting dressed up and doing things to absolute marathons of, probably 18 hours of gambling and nothing but that, to now where it's more of like, okay, when do we get to see Alan and Teresa? When are we going to have our downtime? And it's been a very interesting ride.
I know, and our gambling has progressed. How we want to spend our time has changed a lot. It's just,
Yeah,
I think it's a testament to how there's a Vegas for everyone. There really is. You can do Vegas however you want to do Vegas.
however it makes you happy is the right way to do Vegas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky enough to be friends with Alan and Teresa, that'll make it all the more better, right? More better.
Mo better.
The mo better.
Yeah. M&D, we have never actually been here with family. We've talked about it with family.
Our families don't like us enough to travel with us, I don't think.
They say they want to come here with us, but
They never do.
They really don't.
Yeah.
Um,
And we don't have any friends except Alan and Teresa, so we
And
have
they're-
to come here to hang out with friends.
and they're already here, so
Yeah.
no, we've never traveled here with other people. I mean, I've been out here for like, with work people for a conference, but that's work and not really a vacation.
Kia Bell, have you been to Mon Ami this trip? I think I watched you live.
It might have been her
Eating
very
there.
first live, actually.
Was that your first live when you were sitting eating there and we were just people watching? That's what I wanted to do. But I like to go for like breakfast, lunch, but I also want to sit out there when the fountains are going on. So that's kind of like a tricky thing, right?
I cannot believe we've been live this long.
Marianne's our friend. Oh, we need some friends. You know how you have like people at work? I call them my 9 to 5 friends. Like, you never really talk outside of work. You never hang out. That's pretty much all we have and all we've ever had. And for us, I think so far, aside from Alan and Teresa, YouTube has been kind of the same experience. Like, we love you guys, but we haven't met anyone except for them and Alice in Casino Land. And of course, we're getting ready to meet Tamara and Gord. So that'll be exciting. But of course,
Well,
Jay
even
and,
when Jay and Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even if we meet up here, we're all going back to our separate parts of the country or the world, and it's hard. I think I've always wanted to make a video, we're the Midlife Ride, we're not all Vegas all the time, make a video about making friends in adulthood, because it's been a struggle for us, and it's not because we haven't tried, especially when you're a couple, you have to find two people that both of you like.
It's a challenge unique to the midlife, is making friends. It doesn't matter where you are. And I know Vegas in particular, if anyone peruses Reddit, in particular, like the Las Vegas subreddit, Vegas Locals subreddit, or the Vegas subreddit, there are always people asking on there where to make friends here. It gets to be a very tough thing as you get older in life. We have actually been to, oh, let that go by. We have been to Hex, but it was for dinner, right? Didn't we go to Hex for dinner? I know it was a Groupon.
Yes, I remember because we ordered like all kinds of sides,
Yes.
and they were. I didn't think it was anything special. I thought it was really expensive, even with the deal we had, which I think maybe we had like buy one get one free, or
It was good. I mean, there was nothing wrong
yeah. I
with
mean,
it.
it's normal food. It just wasn't like knock your socks off. Oh my gosh, we have to come back here, kind of thing. I do like when people have, or when places have all you can drink stuff. Because they have all you can drink mimosas there, right? All you can drink mimosas and maybe like Bloody Marys or something.
Yeah, DLVTT, we are not going to the green door. But that's, anyone curious about what green door is, just Google it, because we're not going to go into it here.
Is that something I've seen on Vegas Best Ideas? Is it like a swinger
No, you're
thing?
thinking of stage door, but green door is like a swinger, like
Yeah.
sex thing.
No,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they talked about that
Yeah.
on Vegas Best Ideas one time.
Yeah.
Kia Bell says we're friends too.
Alan just called you out, by
I
the
know
way.
he did. I'm ignoring it. Alan, at least you know I'm genuine. Chris and I, we are not the type of people that are just going to have friends for the sake of having friends. Quality is definitely more important than quantity to us in pretty much everything we do. So, you know,
Yeah.
that's how special Alan and Teresa are. They're the only people we've ever been friends with in our 40 some odd years of being alive.
Hey, Melanie, good to see you again.
No, honestly, as far as friends go, I think it's more of an issue of people not liking us than of us not liking them.
Well, no, it's not that. What happens is, like, we make friends, and then something happens in their lives that changes things. So I'm trying to decide how much detail to go into just in case this person ever watches this live
I have
stream.
no idea where this is going. I'm interested.
So we used to have, Catherine used to have a couple of really good work friends, and we were friends with him or her or they, and then her relationship status changed,
Oh,
and it's like they dropped off the face of the earth. And it just gets really hard when you get to a certain age and you have all these other things going on in your life, and
that's a good point, because I think for us in particular, you know, I was an empty nester at age 38, right? So the people that I had collected over the years that I could call friends, or I had called friends, were all at different stages of life. And I think maybe that will change for us at some point when we actually hit the age level that most people are at this stage for us. And finding people that have the same interests as you and have the same sense of humor, and there are so many factors, I think, that go into whether you're going to really connect with people, you know?
well, and some of it you just can't predict. I mean,
Yeah.
you just don't know until it happens, and
We got lucky. That's all we know.
yep.
We got super lucky. I honestly, I thought we were going to die friendless, but at least we have two now. That's the best. 2 people will be at our funeral, assuming we go first.
This turned really morbid really fast.
I should definitely have a limit. That's why we need to stop these live streams before Catherine starts getting crazy.
The
Melanie's
sky
coming next
is
week. Did you
beautiful.
say hello to Melanie
I did
Burleson?
say, yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Alan, just be sure to live stream it. It'll be fine. Just make sure it doesn't lag, okay?
Did you say bye to Ethel? Looks like Ethel Kelston is leaving. Thanks for stopping in. We really appreciate you being here.
Yeah, I have missed several chats. I
know. We were going off on a tangent. At least it wasn't always me. Why wouldn't...
I also want to say, because we haven't said yet, if you're ever watching a live stream, we appreciate you being here, whether or not you leave a comment or jump into the chat. We're just happy you're here. Never feel obligated to jump into the chat, but you're always welcome to. We are fortunate, extremely fortunate to have people in the chat that we do, and they would all welcome you with a hello and a welcome to the stream.
And on that note, I've said before, but I'll say it again. If anyone is out there not chatting, just say hi. You don't have to say anything crazy or humorous or clever. Just say hello. We're happy to say hello back.
Mm-hmm.
But we also really appreciate you being here, even if you stay quiet and lurk in the background, as so many of you have eventually told us that you do. You watch, but you don't comment. Exactly, TJ. I'm not really big on superficial relationships, which is, again, why I only have 2 friends.
I am the only superficial relationship she has.
Yeah, you're my trophy husband.
I know.
Just keep looking good, baby. And bringing home the money.
Hey, Michael Salerno. Good to see you again.
Hey, MS Slots, aka Michael Salerno. Just woke up, dude. Come on.
He's on our time.
Yeah, it's like 8:30.
Well, not everybody wakes up at 3:09 in the morning.
Take care, M&D. We really appreciate you being here.
You know what, DLVTT? She has not had a White Russian on this trip yet.
I haven't, but we have a 1.5 liter.
We have plenty.
Of
yes.
Of Irish cream in there that we've been adding to our coffee every morning. By the way,
we should have.
The tip from Alice in Casino Land. Darn it, that's another thing. Okay, well, next time we see her, we'll thank her for the tip on bringing your own personal coffee maker, because we did that this time, and I cannot tell you how awesome it is to make coffee in the room and then come out here and drink it on the balcony. It has been a lifesaver.
It has worked out really well.
It really has.
And
my gosh.
It makes a really good cup of coffee, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty decent, and it doesn't take a whole lot of time, even though it's just like I think it's like a single or double serving, but we have to run it twice for the 2 of us. But it's, with the Irish cream, it will almost fill the 20 ounce cups that we brought.
But yeah, if you have the means and you are staying on the strip where you're probably not going to get a coffee maker in your room, if you can pack a single serve maker, it is well worth the money and beats the hell out of waiting in line at Starbucks or crossing your fingers and hoping for service at a slot machine.
Unless you're at Green Valley, then you don't have to worry about it.
That is true.
You'll pretty much get served. Let me tell you, when I started gambling at 4:15 a.m. without Chris the other morning at Green Valley Ranch, I was in this area where no one else was. I was in the very last video poker machine by a wall, down a row, where no one could see you unless they actually passed you. And I'm telling you, I got the best service. I don't even know how they found me. But it doesn't matter where you are in that place. Like, they are on it. It was excellent.
I'm going to swing around because I think the light's pretty fantastic over here at Red Rock right now. Just to switch things up a bit.
Oh my God. Michael Salerno just made a really good point. Crap, I did not think about that.
What did he say?
He said, since MGM bought the is going to be like, since they're both going to be on M Life, we're not going to be able to get those comps. You know what I mean? Like, right, like, actually, this trip, we have 4 nights comped at Cosmo, and then we have a night comped at, just because I want to show Chris the room, because I've stayed there without him before, and we are not going to be able to do that unless it's 72 hours apart now. That is a really good point, and something we're going to need to think about. Because honestly, back before we started getting comp rooms, we used to always get offers at Caesars properties. And so I was like, oh, well, if we ever do this, we'll just bounce back and forth between Caesars and M Life. And then when we started doing that, like, I never ever got another Caesars comp offer again. So it won't work for me now. However, going back to something Alan from Las Vegas and Beyond said earlier about us getting better comps at Cosmo because Teresa has used our card a couple times.
That's very true.
That is absolutely true. This 4 nights that we have right now is the most number of comps we've ever had. We started out with them just giving us 1 every now and then I think we got to 2 and then 3. 4 nights is the most, and we know when we looked at our win-loss statements, I was like, oh my God, do you see this money in at Cosmo? And then I was like, oh wait, it was Teresa. She totally helped us.
But that is a pro tip. If you are traveling as a couple, it makes more sense to play off 1 card than get 1 for each of you.
I read somewhere recently that you can link 1 other card to your account for the benefits. It was definitely while I was researching all the rewards programs. I'm not sure which one does that. And when you first go to a in the beginning, sometimes it's better to get each because, like, at, let's say Casino Royale, for instance, where you get your first $20 back. But you definitely both want to do that so that you can both lose $20 and then get it back. But after that, where they only give you $20 for every 100 you lose, we just use the same card so that we can rack up our losses faster. But yeah, the same goes for the rewards. It definitely makes more sense for us anyway to use. I just get 2 cards with my name on it. Chris gets so excited every once in a while when we go to a casino and the card actually has his name on it, because that hardly ever happens.
It confirms my existence. I don't ask for much, just,
Every once in a while, remind me I'm alive.
For a casino to recognize that I actually live and breathe. That would be great. That drink does sound delicious. We had a great bartender at Bally's. It was 2 trips ago. He made some excellent drinks. Can't remember what they were. would have to tell you, and she is taking a restroom break. But um, oh man, what was that? I have to ask her when she comes back out. But they were great. And if you can, I will say I'm not a fan of fruity drinks, but if you can ever get a raspberry lemon drop at a bar here at the Cosmo, they are great. Unfortunately, they're currently out of raspberry due to supply issues. Oh, Kia Bell. Isn't the Henry so good? For anyone who has never been to the Henry here at the Cosmo, they have such good food. The unique thing, other than being delicious, the unique thing about the Henry is that they open at 11 p.m. Stay open all night, and I think until around lunchtime. Um, yeah, their food is great. DLVTT, the supply issues are all over the place, not just Vegas. It is everything you can think of and absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, has anyone tried to buy a car lately? There are missing parts. Of course, I work in IT, and it's almost impossible to get certain computers, and
Mhm.
I have so many things on back order from a shortage of parts. I mean, it's across all industries.
And yeah, Catherine works in IT. I actually work more on the hospitality end of things, and I can tell you some of our clients, they're it's really day to day. They don't know they can place an order for delivery. They literally do not know what is going to show up on the truck from one day to the next. Um, there are days when they cannot get cooking oil, which means they can't make French fries or chicken wings or any number of other things that require oil. It's just really hard to detect, and it's frustrating for everyone. And it's just another one of those things where there also doesn't seem to be any end in sight to it. Supply issues are affecting absolutely everything.
Oh, did you see TJ? Oh, 15 years ago. 15 years ago. You remember that drink still, and you have since. Oh my gosh. Speaking of drinks like that, Marianne and TJ, have you ever had bourbon cream?
Ooh,
Oh my
bourbon cream.
God. I mean, if you like Bailey's, bourbon cream is divine. I
Yes.
love it so much. Yes, that's what I want. The braised short rib Benedict. That was so good. Oh
That
my
was delicious.
God.
That was, yeah.
I would really just like some French toast. I'm not
The French toast was really good too.
French toast or like a big Belgian waffle.
But that short rib Benedict was,
That was fantastic.
yes. Stream is lagging, says Alan.
Uh-oh. I think maybe we're lagging. Maybe we should call it a day. Not call it a day. Call it a morning. Call it a balcony.
Probably should. I mean, we've been going for...
Yeah. I mean, we can pick it back up because we're going to walk to the Wynn, aren't we? And then come back this way.
Maybe.
So if we do that, maybe we'll start a stream from down there. You obviously are not obligated to jump back on because we've already taken so much of your time. But maybe for some other people who haven't seen us yet today, as people start waking up side of the country. And then we'll definitely do one after Hell's Kitchen.
Marianne, enjoy your brunch. Thank you so much for being on for like this whole time, which is amazing. But yeah, I think we're going to end the live stream now. Kia, hopefully we get to see you in person before this trip is up, but we're going to end the live stream, and I think right now, I think we're going to come back up here tonight and get maybe the sunset, if everybody is down with that, and meet you all again after dinner. So anything else you want to say?
Nope. We love you all and we appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you so much everyone for being here. Good to see you again, Michael Salerno. And but we will schedule, if we go live again tonight, we will schedule. CS, thank you. Thank you for saying hi. That is awesome. That is
our
awesome.
friend conversation. We could talk about that forever. We love you too, Alan.
All right.
Right.
We will see you all later. You all have a fantastic day until we see you again. And we will see you on the next episode of the Midlife Ride.